What's up, FabTV fans? I'm here with Don Tabak. He's a big-time detective here in LA and Crime Scene Live.
Yeah, it's been amazing to be able to do that after doing what I did for so long. So this has been a ball.
So, why are you here tonight at this awesome Wiggle Room event?
Because to support Rich Manley, who's I guess his show is premiering tonight. So just to get a little support, he was at one of the first Crime Scene Live shows. So it's good to get out and come out and see how other people do their thing.
Do you ever watch shows like Columbo and they have crime shows on the crime show?
Oh yeah. Columbo was amazing. And in fact, I was just talking about Telly Savalas, who really was the first bald, cool guy. And I forget the show's name, but he would always do like a lollipop in his mouth. So probably way before you were born. But Kojak.
It was called Kojak. I was just about to say Kojak.
See it, thank you. So yeah, some of these detective shows stuff go way back and kind of like it really brought forward to what we do.
Right. Do you remember the first episode of Columbo, what it's called?
No. Good.
It wasn't called Columbo.
What was it?
I forget what it's called, but it wasn't called Columbo.
No kidding?
Yeah, it was called something episode murder, prescription murder. That's what it was called.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I know I'm right.
Okay.
Okay. I'm older than you, seriously.
Oh my God, no.
It's this
I've got
Dracula
socks
thing.
older than you.
It's a Dracula thing. I knew this.
Not a chance. So it's been. I've never done anything like this before in my life, and I teach school in officer-involved shootings and things of that nature, but I've never done anything like this, where it's in front of strangers and they're not law enforcement. But I've learned that that's a big deal now. This true crime and like women between the 18 and 40 just gyrate to it. In fact, someone that you should talk to tonight, a podcaster who has the third or second biggest true crime broadcast in the country, named Alexis Linkletter. And she was amazing. I did her podcast about 2 weeks ago, and again, I had no idea those audiences are that big for these kind of things.
They are.
A little bizarre, but yeah.
They are. How does it feel to solve a cold case?
It's amazing. And I have to tell you, I don't have any cold case. I solved every one of my murders. So I have 100% clear. And you have to understand the kind of murders, though, most of mine that I handled were almost self-solvers. There was a few that we had to go hunting for people, but I don't have a cold case. And to get involved in one that I wasn't originally involved with, not even in my state, and see it come to fruition was amazing. Because they always talk about the chase, Fernando, is that's what drives a lot of these homicide guys, is just the chase to bring that case to a successful conclusion. And it's like a drug. And to be able to do that 30 years later with a small child in South Carolina was amazing.
Like the show 48 Hours, is that real? Those first 48 is that important?
No. The first hour or the 300th hour is important. It's when you solve that case. I've gone way longer than 48 hours.
But those first 48, they say it's the most important.
I don't think it is. I think when you're at the crime scene itself is the most important. And that's immediate. That's now. And if you look at Simpson, in that case, again, they were able to break down that crime scene because it was contaminated with footprints and cops walking through it, but you don't know what you have. I mean, it's pitch dark and you're walking through things, so you try to rehabilitate as best you can, but it's not 48 hours by any way, shape, or form.
You know what documentary I enjoyed? The Hillside Strangler.
Yeah,
Those two guys working together, they're still friends, the detective, the rookie, and the experience. What a great documentary.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great case for them. In fact, I used to walk a footbeat right down here on Hollywood Boulevard for 5 years, from 1975 to about 1980. And I had an arch enemy prostitute by the name of Yolanda Washington. She was always causing trouble on the boulevard here. So we come to work one Saturday morning, and in the Daily News, which is what's called the green sheet back in, there's a big picture of Yolanda Washington, and she was the Hillside Strangler's first victim.
Ooh.
So, to see that, and then, of course, that thing just proliferated the way that it did, it was amazing. But we knew the very first victim of the Hillside Strangler. And then as I got to be a homicide guy, to be able to see and hear about the investigation and about these two animals that were doing this to these girls, and they were absolutely brutal to these girls and what they did, and their trophies and what they kept from these girls.
Let me ask you a question. Do these detective shows kind of help people be better murderers?
That's a great question, Fernando. I don't know if it helps,
I think it kind of helps. I mean, wearing gloves.
Well, I think they learn tricks. There's no. Look at Kohlberg from the Idaho murders. I mean, he was a crime scene major. I mean, a criminalist major. So he was. I think he learned all these different techniques that cops use to investigate crimes, and thought that he could either not do the same exact things and be caught, or not be caught altogether. And ends up being he leaves his knife sheath at the crime scene, with his DNA all over it. So maybe that they might pick up a couple little tricks.
I'm so glad I'm talking to Don right now because I got all these things inside my head forever.
And from now on, though, we'll know exactly if you end up doing a murder. I'll know that it was you because we were talking about it.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do it anyway. But here's the thing: how come like girls are like cats, right? Like, why do they like these shows so much?
I don't know. And
I'll kill you tomorrow.
I just found this out. I had no idea.
I've known this forever because.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the business, so I don't know if it's just that they're able to relate to it. Like you get a husband and wife killing. The wife kills the husband, or vice versa, and they're going, "Yeah, goddamn, that's what I want to do, son of a bitch." So I don't know if they get motivated by that, or they live their inner self through one of these suspects. But I was stunned on how much the audience is made up of women, and young women.
Do you know Detective Mark Avila? He's one that helped look for the Oscars. The stolen lost Oscars.
No, I don't. I've been gone for so long, Fernando.
Okay.
Most of my contemporaries are all gone now.
Gotcha. What's your favorite weapon of choice?
A 45 caliber HK compact.
Oh, okay, compact.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got that after I left the job. I'm not a gun guy. I never shot a gun until I came on this job. And I only had that one gun, then they gave us a 9mm, so that's what I was used to. And when I left, I got introduced to this 45 because it was smaller and a little more powerful. So I think that's it. But I'm not a gun guy to be talking to.
I know you're not a gun guy, but what shooting range is your favorite?
Where do I go? Oh, I go to a place in Simi Valley called the Gun Barrel. They have an indoor shooting range in there, and really good people and quiet in there. So yeah, that's a good place to go.
And your favorite ammo?
I use a 45 hollow point controlled expansion round is what they call it.
Okay. Cool. Don's been awesome talking to you.
Oh, you too, Fernando. Thank you so much.
These have been inside me for so long, and I feel like I got them all released to you.
Anytime, call me. And if you have any questions, I'd love to be there to answer them for you.
I love having like a kids that get pulled over. Don.
That's the only thing that probably won't work on anymore.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome to FabTV. Look at Hollywood's latest. See all the red carpets dressed to a T. Yeah, you know me. It's all free.